Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In today's video, we are talking about the Nintendo Game & Watch, the PlayStation 5 release, as well as a fighting game. Let's get started. Alright, to kick things off, this is incredibly good news. The Super Mario Bros. Game & Watch that hasn't even been released yet at the time of filming has already been hacked. I will leave a link to Stack Smashing's Twitter account and YouTube channel in the description below. I highly recommend checking them out. Stack Smashing here received their Nintendo Game & Watch a day early, and if you think about it, out of everybody who this could have shipped to early, Stack Smashing is probably the best person possible, considering the very first thing they did when they got it was tear it down. So they opened up their limited edition Game & Watch here at risk of completely bricking the system just to see how everything worked. And fortunately, they were successful. Now this is incredible news, and news I'm extremely happy about. If you remember correctly, or if I remember correctly, in a previous video, the one where I said whether or not you should buy the Nintendo Game & Watch, I think I said in that video, don't order this with the sole intent of modding it because you might be let down. Buy it for what it is. And in this case, it looks like it can be modded. We don't know the full extent here, what it will support, how it all works, and the overall ease of modding it. But at the same time, this is a very promising start. At the very least, I do recommend checking out Stack Smashing's YouTube page, as there's probably going to be a video on the entire process. Next up in the news, this shouldn't be a surprise, but the PlayStation 5 launched today. Guess who didn't get one? This guy. I missed out on the pre-orders, I missed out on my opportunity to pick one up today, and I'm guessing that probably a few of you are in the same boat. We'll probably have to wait a couple of months, not really a big deal, until these are available again. Sony is doing the best they can to pump out as many as they can. So if you missed out on picking up a system, don't worry, you'll get one eventually. There's no real dire situation that you have to pick one up for ridiculous prices on eBay. Just be patient and you'll probably get one in, I don't know, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, who knows, but just don't go on eBay and buy from scalpers, please. Now, yesterday I talked about the fake reports of the Xbox Series X smoking, and I also talked about the potentially real reports of bolts, extra bolts that are rattling around inside of the Series X. Well, today it looks like there also might be some issues with the PlayStation 5. At least one report has already come in. Jeremy Penter, also known as ACG, who is a pretty big YouTuber, stated that the SSD in his PlayStation 5 died. It looks like he was having the storage rebuild issue that is not unique to him, but it looks like what was unique at this time was the fact that it ended up killing his SSD. Sony tried helping him with the situation, but unfortunately, they were unable to resolve a dead SSD. Whether or not this is going to be a widespread problem is completely up in the air right now. But I will say this is something to pay attention to. One-off problems happen all of the time. It happens with pretty much any form of technology. PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X, Nintendo Switch, PC components. One-off problems will happen. They're not immune to having a problem here and there. If you're unlucky, you get a system with a problem. That's why they have warranties. If this becomes a common problem, that's when to take note. For example, look at the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con drift. It is a common problem. It's a known problem, a known defect, and that would really suck if this became a widespread issue with PS5. So just pay attention to this one. Keep your eye on it. If it does become a widespread problem, I'll probably do another video on it. But at this time, maybe it's a one-off, we just don't know. Last up in the news, we have Cereal Killaz. I did a video on this a little while back. It's a fighting game with characters based off of the cereal box mascots. This is a pretty cool little game idea that they have here, and it's an IndieGoGo project. They wanted to raise $50,000. They're currently sitting at $15,000, almost $16,000. With only 2 days left, so it doesn't look like they're going to meet their goal. But it turns out that campaign doesn't even matter. Today they announced they have secured funding from a private investor to complete the demo as it was fully intended. This is huge news. They are going to be refunding everybody who donated through IndieGoGo who wanted to see this project come to life, because it's coming to life now without requiring an IndieGoGo. This is awesome. This is incredibly good news. The downside of this news is that their IndieGoGo perks will be canceled, but To be honest, I'm not even worried about that. I'm just happy that this project is going to see the light of day. I would be lying if I said I wasn't looking forward to playing someone who looks like Captain Crunch and taking on someone who looks like Tony the Tiger. So huge shout out and congratulations to everyone on the Cereal Killaz team. Anyways, that is all I've got for today. Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are about today's news. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos. Thank you everyone, take care.